Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, time for another Metal Earth kit build. Today I'm hoping it's one that's fairly simple. I'm going to put together the Ferris wheel. I don't think this is that complicated a kit. I think the problem probably is going to be all those little bitty cars over and over and over again. But, as I'm so fond of saying, there's only one way to find out. Let's open this up and see what's inside. The Ferris wheel. Instructions and metal sheets, and we have two, about what I expected. Let's put those aside. The directions, if we open them up, it is apparently one-sided, nothing on the back. If we go to the top left quarter, we've got the line drawing, the title, we've got a little bit about insertion holes, fold lines, tabs. The pliers are helpful for assembly. That's always in there. We have our legend or key. If you see a blue circle in the build or assembly flowchart, that means to bend a tab over 90 degrees. If you see a green triangle, that means to twist the tab 90 degrees to secure it. And we have one of the two sheets down here. And you can see where the part numbers are, where they point to, so you can find the part on the particular sheet in question. And if we go to the right quarter, you have the other sheet. We have the other sheet, and of course the part numbers and where to find them. And right below the dotted line, you have the start of the assembly flowchart. Starting with part 1, part 2, 3, and 4. Put those together. Then you skip down to the bottom left quarter. And 5, 6. And this pretty much has you build the Ferris wheel. And then you jump over to this side. 7, 8, 9. Looks like I'm going to be building a lot of little cars. I may have to take a break. 8 times 40, 7 times 20. Okay, so 20 cars. And then we'll be done. Tools that I will use in this build. I have my standard set of tools. We have the long needle nose pliers. We have the flat nose pliers, great for a multitude of bending and twisting and grabbing. We have clippers. Absolutely have to have clippers. It helps get the parts off the trees quite easily. I have a set of precision tweezers, one with very pointed end, one has had the pointed end ground down slightly, and a flat set. And I have a fairly standard set of tweezers that actually came in one of the Iconics kits that I bought. When it comes to shaping parts, I have an assortment of different things to use. I have dowel rods that I've used for quite some time. A couple of them have had the ends sharpened with a pencil sharpener, which are great for making cone shapes. I have a inexpensive drill bit set with a lot of different sized bits to help with forming cylinder shapes. I also have a couple of step mandrels. I'm not saying you need all of this, but these are different tools that I've acquired, and I kind of go back and forth depending on the situation. On rare occasion, I find these quite useful. These are a locking clamp, forceps, Kelly clamps. I've heard them called a lot of different names. They have ridges, so I don't use them a lot because they can scratch the metal, but they're great for grabbing small parts. I can lock them so they won't open and guide things into place, and sometimes reach into deep areas to twist tabs. I've got my sheets and instructions, some of my usual tools. Let's put it together. The triangular pieces that go between the inside and outside post are tilted slightly. Make sure when you put it together that the tilt is towards the inside of the support, the side with the two tabs sticking out. I tried to bend over the tabs facing outward to make it neater. It was very tough. Silly me, I did not even notice that the sides of the cars were in the Ferris wheel itself. I could not get my clippers in to clip the sides of the car parts off, so I had to twist them back and forth. Then I felt I needed to clean up all the bits that were left behind. This video has been edited down. I've not shown all the different attempts, adjustments, or retries of this build. I also clip out parts where I am studying directions, searching for and clipping parts, and sometimes repetitive steps. It may make this kit look like it comes together easier than it did, but there are a lot of bending and adjusting of parts to make things fit. Work slowly, be patient, and take your time. I experimented with a few different tools and methods before I stumbled upon the one that worked. I used the larger side of the small mandrel to curve the sides of the car body. Then bent the connecting pieces up on the roof. Then bent the top and side pieces into place. Then laid on the sides of the car. I bent the tabs. Then a pinch to secure them when I was done. You may have to experiment with the tools you have to find the right size to shape the sides of your cars. I started with the bottom of the Ferris wheel when it came to putting cars on. I figured they were going to be the hardest to get to, so get them out of the way first before things got crowded or complicated. I originally wanted to put several cars in place, then twist the tabs of all but the last two, then add more, twist a few more, but always leave a couple loose on the edges to keep it from flexing the frame too much. It did not work as cars kept falling out, so I twisted the tabs of each car as I put them on. The next to the last car, I only twisted one tab so that there would be some flex left to get the last car in. Once I got the last car in, I secured both of its tabs and the other tab from the previous car. With bases like this, I like to push the edges against the table to bend over the sides. It works well for me. I give you the Ferris wheel. It is not a complicated kit. There are not a lot of different parts. Putting the wheel together and putting it on the base, not hard. The cars really aren't that hard once you get the hang of it. It may take some experimenting and some trying of different things to find a method that works for you. I ended up using something around the size as you saw and then fold it all together. But it took me several tries to get to that point. Once I did, things sped up. But I took one break, it was late, got a nap. The next day I thought I'm going to take several breaks. I ended up doing maybe 5 cars, put them on, 5 cars, put them on, 5 cars, and then I'll put them on and I was done. So it really didn't seem that long. And staying on it and keep going with a little bit of a break of putting them on, I got a rhythm down and it seemed to go pretty quickly. This is a good one if you're starting with Metal Earth kits. You've maybe tried a couple of things, you want to move on and get more experience. This is a good one to play around with. I'll leave it at that. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you for watching and keep on keeping on.